Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So unfortunately, we have another Windows problem, and this time it's affecting older hardware on Windows 10. And believe it or not, it's not a Windows Update issue, but it is a Microsoft Store update issue, where apps that have recently been updated, like Calendar, Calculator, and Photos apps, are experiencing problems from the late January updates from the Microsoft Store. So if we just head over to the Microsoft Store in my region, we can see here, if I scroll down just a bit, around about the 24th, towards the end of the month, moving into early February, I received a lot of updates for like Windows Media Player, Windows Camera, Calculator, Windows Clock, Phone Link, and Photos. Now apparently, and believe it or not, apps like the Calculator as mentioned, Calendar, Paint, 3D, movies and TV and photo apps are experiencing these issues. And those started becoming affected with those updates apparently in late January. Now apparently affected users say that these apps will open just for a moment before closing. So basically they open and a second or two later the app closes unexpectedly. And also trying to uninstall and reinstall the apps, apparently, according to feedback, is not working. Now, unfortunately, though, you can't actually contact Microsoft through the Feedback Hub with this issue, because the Feedback Hub app was also updated if you still have it on your device. I don't, but if you do. So that means that affected users are relying on the Microsoft community thread, which is now 31 pages long. So obviously this is a problem. Now, according to this thread, the issue basically has been narrowed down to older hardware. And specifically according to this thread, because obviously there's a lot of talk on this thread, that it's the Intel Core 2 Duo and Intel Core 2 Quad processors that are causing these app issues. And there's also some reports that are saying that the AMD Athlone dual-core chips are also affected by this issue. Now, as many of you may know, those Intel chips rolled out in the Vista era, the Windows Vista era, back in 2006. So that's old hardware. That's even older than what I've got on this old Windows 10 laptop of mine. And were discontinued by Intel in 2012. Now, at this stage, according to the community thread, the Microsoft community thread, the reason for this new app problem isn't known at this stage. But according to the thread, the most common kind of assumption, for want of a better word, is that Microsoft added a modern instruction extension to its default apps, like Calculator, Calendar, Photos, and so on. And because the Intel Core 2 platform is old, there's a good indication from this that it doesn't support that extension. And because the Intel Core 2 isn't included on the Windows 10 compatibility sheet, that's why Microsoft hasn't recognized this issue. But I'm sure, because the community thread is now 31 pages long and growing, I'm sure that we should get a response sooner than later from Microsoft. And what I would suggest is just ignore the issues. Obviously, if you are affected and are using those default apps on a regular basis, for now you may have to resort to some third-party apps. But I would just suggest ignore the problems. If you, as an example, I don't think we use Calculator on Windows 10 on a day-to-day basis. And I'm sure when Microsoft, we hope when Microsoft gets wind of this, that they'll start releasing new updates through the Microsoft Store for those default apps, which obviously will roll out, and then you can just install those from the Microsoft Store. And something else I would do is just check for updates regularly from the Microsoft Store, which obviously could hurry up and quicken that process. But there we go. That's the latest. Some default apps have got issues with that older hardware as mentioned. And obviously, I'll keep you posted if I get any update on this issue. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.